Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let us see how to solve quadratic equation in three methods. Solving quadratic equation means finding the solution sets or the zeros or the roots of the given quadratic equations. Those roots are the point where the graph of the given quadratic equation cross the x-axis. So there are three methods usually will be used. Those methods are quadratic formula method and factoring and completing the square method. Let us see step by step. To apply quadratic formula, the given quadratic equation has to be written in standard form. That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This time, remember, the a cannot be 0. A cannot be 0. If a becomes 0, the square term will be cancelled and linear equation will be left. So a cannot be 0. B and c can be 0. It's okay. So the formula, it is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b square minus 4ac the whole over 2a. If we know the a value, the b and the c, we can substitute everything and we can find the solution set. Let's see our quadratic equation now. By the first method, our quadratic equation is x square plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Here clearly visible, a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 3 and c equal to negative 10. Therefore, the formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b square minus 4ac the whole over 2a. Therefore, x is equal to negative b means negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b square means 3 square, which is 9, minus, remember, minus 4 times 1, because 4ac means 4 multiplied with 1, which is 4, again multiply with negative 10, which will be negative 40. So here it will be plus 40. Then over 2a means just 2, because the a value is 1 already. Then we can add the square root numbers, which will be 49. 49 from the square root will be 7, you know. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3 plus or minus 7 . Let's write it again. X is equal to negative 3 plus or minus 7 over 2. Therefore, we do have two possible solutions here because it is plus or minus. Case 1 when it is plus. So x is equal to negative 3 plus 7 will be 4 over 2, which will be 2. This is one answer. Or the other answer, x is equal to negative 3 minus 7 will be negative 10 over 2, which is negative 5. So here are the two answers in case of quadratic formula. The second method is factoring method. That is x square plus 3x minus 10. In case of factoring method, we need to think of two numbers. Their product has to be AC. AC means the A1, the C negative 10. So the product is negative 10. So we have to think of two numbers. When we multiply, it has to give us negative 10. And when you add the two numbers, the sum has to be the middle term B, which is 3. The middle term is 3. So let us think of two numbers. When we multiply, they need to give us negative 10. And when you add them, 3. These numbers are, obviously, it is 5 and negative 2. If you take these two numbers, multiply them, they will give you the 10 when you multiply. And when you add them, they will give you the number 3. These two numbers will be substituted in place of the middle term now. The middle term, as you see here, it is 3x, positive 3x. In place of 3x, we will substitute 5x and negative 2x. Okay, let us do it. It will be x squared plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Then group the two together and the last two together, and then take out common for each. Here, what is common? X is common for the two. What left? X plus 5 left in bracket. Minus, here negative is common for both and 2 also, so x plus 5 left is equal to 0. Again, what is common for these two expressions? The common is the bracket. X plus 5 is common. Take it out. When you take out x plus 5 as a common, what left? X minus 2 left is equal to 0. Then the product of these two expressions is equal to 0 means separately either of the two will be 0. That means x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. The two possibilities, which is x is equal to negative 5, one answer, or x is equal to 2, the other answer. It is the same answer like that of the formulas, what you did here up. The answer for the formula is also 2 and negative 5. We have got the same answer here, negative 5 and 2. The third method is completing the square method. Still the equation is x squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. To apply completing the square method, this one is somehow complicated and mostly students are not using it. First of all, we need to shift the constant to the other side. So x squared plus 3x is equal to 10. Then we need to be sure the coefficient of x squared is 1 or not. If it is not 1, we need to divide each of them by the number. For example, if there is number 2 here, we need to divide each of the term by 2. But here there is no number 2, so no need to divide by anything. Simply we can proceed to the next step. The next step, take the middle term, that is 3, then divide it by 2, and then square it, then add both sides. This number, add it both sides. Which means x squared plus 3x plus, when you square this one, it will be 9 over 4 is equal to 10 plus 9 over 4. There was 10 to the other side, we added 9 over 4 on both, the square of 3 over 2. First take the middle term which is 3, then divide by 2, then square it, then add both sides. Then the next step, this expression, it is the same as x plus 3 over 2 the whole square. This is the main objective, writing it as a square, which is equal to, when you add this one, you can use crisscross. By crisscross process, you know how to add fraction. It's going to be 49 over 4. Then put both sides in the square root. The square root of this expression, since it contains variable, it will be the absolute value of x plus 3 over 2 is equal to 7 over 2. Then when we extract this one from the absolute value, this is going to be plus or minus. So x plus 3 over 2 is equal to plus or minus 7 over 2 because it contains variable. Therefore, we will shift the 3 over 2 to the other side. So x is equal to plus or minus 7 over 2 minus 3 over 2. Because it was plus here, when you shift, it will be minus. Therefore, we can have now two possibilities, 1 plus, 1 minus. We will solve in both cases. Therefore, x is equal to, when you take plus 7, the denominators are the same as you see. Negative plus 7 minus 3 will be 4. 4 over 2 will be 2. This is one answer. Or the other answer, negative 7 minus 3 will be negative 10 over 2, which is x is equal to negative 5. So in any of the method, the final answer has to be the same. For one quadratic equation, we can solve in different method, but we have to get the same answer. So which method is straightforward and mostly applied? That is quadratic formula. The formula will tell you everything, because completing the square method is long process, but it is really effective completing the square method, because the formula even will be derived from using the completing the square method. But factoring, it has some problem, because sometimes you may not get those numbers, which is product and sum numbers. But the most effective method is quadratic formula. So and even students are using mostly, that is a straightforward process. Thank you for listening.